letting, for example, the players to play as vampires or Hilden or so, and they're just Sarathan and they're just humans having vampires. I don't know. I mean, there are plenty of TTRPGs around that are longer, that have been longer. I mean, sorry, I'm just a bit tired. They have been longer around, and they have plenty of choices, and there are even more, even greater variety of choices. I mean, and play styles and everything, you know. And I mean, there's great antagonism,
That
and
was
they
like that was the big thing too. Is that like
and,
most of the
and
setting you're playing as a vampire.
vampire having TTRPGs. I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of them, and also a much bigger variety. I think World of Darkness also has a vampire hunting aspect or so. I'm not sure. Need to check. You can also play that. I think you can also play as a vampire hunter, but I'm not sure. I need to check. I'm
The
not sure
door
if there was a
doesn't.
supplement about it or so. Um,
The door doesn't lock today.
but yeah, I mean, why should someone prefer, for example, this one? I don't know. I think you've done a good job in the sense that you have there is a big variety of it's pretty well done actually. Other than it is simple to learn how to master, there is a great variety of play styles and things to do. You can even be a Hilden. I mean, I didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought it would just be vampires, humans, and so.
A lot of people
So
keep pestering me about like, oh, what about ancient vampires? I'm like, no, that's
no,
like
that's.
nuts.
I don't think there's a point in
Hold on
playing
one
ancient
second.
vampires. I mean, as far as I remember in the lore, there's like okay. I mean, the differences post ancient vampire Hilden lore are minimal between made vampires or second born or so and ancient vampires. I mean, they're not that big of differences.
Yeah, not only that, but there's like a lack of spice of life, I guess, is what you would say, like diversity.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's. I mean, at least from what is released in official lore, weren't enough. You know, it's not like there's you have much to differentiate them from second-born vampires. Okay, I mean, supposedly, I guess they have slightly bluer skin, and all of them have wings. I mean, like Janos Aldron or so. Yeah, but that's not enough to make a different race. I mean, and play style, unless you make everything homebrew.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is that I've spent like 3 years designing this.
It shows actually. It's pretty well made, and I'm not just saying that just to compliment you. So it's the truth.
And one of the things that I've done is I've poured over mostly Blood Omen 1 because I like Blood Omen 1.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I think
I've added the blood types, I've added like some of the items that you can actually get in Blood Omen 1, I put them in the game, like the Wraith armor and stuff like that.
yeah, in Blood Omen 1, we saw also, I think, the most of Nosgoth. I mean, the other games, okay, they deal with Nosgoth, but it's post catastrophe. I mean, in the sense that, okay, post Kain's choice and everything is ruined, everything, the world is smaller. I mean, yeah, you don't see that much.
Yeah.
I think in Blood Omen 1 and Blood Omen 2, you see the most of the world. In Blood Omen 2, I think it's set only in a city. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think in that sense, Blood Omen 1 showed us the most of Nosgoth. So, it's only natural, I think, that the game focuses on it.
But I said it like 3 years ago, which is that majority of times when I look up Legacy of Kain RPGs, most people just use Vampire the Masquerade, which is World of Darkness. But the issue I
Yeah,
have
but
with that is that like Vampire the Masquerade is more of a social game, and that's what it's all about is the way you interact with people,
yeah,
speeches.
I think, to be honest, I've only read Vampire the Masquerade 20th Anniversary Edition. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to play test it with anyone. So all I know is from what I've read myself and what I've researched on the internet. But what I noticed, because I'm already a veteran DM and player of D&D 3.5 and 4, and later I've doubled as a player only in 5th edition. And also I've also GM'd Cyberpunk 2020. What I've noticed, the great difference from with World of Darkness games and other pen and paper games is exactly what you said, that it is more of a social game. It's more about the intrigue and the also political side of the game, the diplomacy and stuff, or who are you gonna backstab, diablerize, and so. And okay, there is combat, but it's not that nicht well developed. But it's not that it doesn't have that extensive rule set that it has on the other settings.
Yeah, and that was kind of like the whole point of it, was that if you want like a real combat experience in World of Darkness, you would actually play Werewolves, because Werewolves is just pure combat, very little
Yeah.
social.
Yeah, I mean, but with vampires, you really need to be careful because, I mean, if you're not careful, you're screwed, basically.
Yeah, like
It's
all of a sudden
you
your
have
arm
to
gets
choose.
blown
You have
off or
to
something. Yeah.
choose your battles. You have to choose your battles. It's not like in D&D. Well, okay, unless the DM is an asshole or has a I don't know. I mean, hardcore run or so. Yeah, usually you can. It's just a dungeon crawler in its combat mechanics. You just enter the dungeon, you clear everything, you loot everything, and that's it.
And that was kind of like the that
That
was
was the point of
the
it.
that was the main
I
reason
mean,
why I didn't want to do that, was because I believe that like certain games should have their own tabletop RPGs. Don't get me wrong, like it makes sense sometimes to borrow certain mechanics, like using a D100
yeah.
dice for like
I mean, yeah.
stuff. I understand why people do it. But on the flip side, Legacy of Kain is not World of Darkness. Like
No, it's not.
very rarely do people just talk their way out of things. No, most of it's actually very heavy combat. And that's why it's just weird to use World of Darkness as a skin for Legacy of Kain. That's just weird to
No,
me.
no, no. I don't think so. I think you can custom. You can custom. You can make a custom setting, for example, in D&D. But still, that's yeah. I think you've done something better.
Because at the same time, when I was designing the system, I said that I wanted to do something innovative. I wanted to actually like try to create a whole new system, but
I mean, the only
capture some of the roguelike elements, because there are creatures out there that would just fuck you up in the game. So I was like, yeah, let's try to make a system that's easy for you to become powerful, but easy for your power to just get stripped away, where you just get killed by something.
yeah. I think that's better because in D&D, basically, you're a hero in most editions, at least. In the latest editions, I mean 4 and 5, because in 3.5 and 3, okay, it's slightly different. Okay, basically you're a hero that is above a normal man, and that's being a hero. It means that unless, as I said, you have a very strict DM or you have already decided that you're making a hardcore run, that is, once your character dies, you roll another one, and so. Basically, D&D, you can. I mean, the hero is kind of invincible, and they DM throws battles at them that they can win, feasibly. So there is no sense of danger in it. There is mostly adventure and exploration and that kind of stuff. Okay, once in a while you can throw them a harder battle, but okay, I mean the average group doesn't expect, for example, to have the characters which they invested so much in and they've built up and they've leveled up and added features to them and special powers and so on and so on and so forth. They don't expect them to get killed all of a sudden, especially if you're playing a campaign and they have built these characters for longer.
Yeah,
So there's no that.
that was a big
So what I'm
drawback
saying,
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is there isn't that sense of danger because even if they have a hard battle which they cannot win, you eventually throw an NPC there or something happens and you save them in the nick of time. So there is not that sense of danger that would be required, for example, in the Legacy of Kain setting. I think because you have the horror element, which okay, it exists in D&D, but honestly, I don't think you can. I mean, I've read some guides about how you can run some horror-themed campaigns in D&D, but honestly, it's a bit hard to run horror campaigns in D&D because basically your character is an invincible hero most of the time, which can actually more or less clear everything that comes his way.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Because like nowadays, people who play D&D, it's not like old D&D. Old D&D like 2.5, it
Yeah,
was
okay, then you
very
die.
old school. Yeah, you would die a
I mean,
lot.
if you're talking Tomb of Horrors, for example, yeah, okay. That campaign was especially designed for that kind of play.
Yeah, like old school D&D, you actually did have to have like 5 extra character sheets just in case you did die. You just whip out the other character sheets.
Yeah, but I mean, after fourth edition, and I think that was the issue in third edition. I mean, I was a bit young to actually have played much of third, but when I was in junior high, I've played with a group as a player, a bit of a third, but still was in this sense. It was already getting this direction, in order to make it more popular
Yeah, more
with newer
power
players and
fantasy.
everything.
Yep.
Where you have your character, which is quite powerful and basically can more or less clear everything that comes in his way with a good party without
Yeah.
much issues. I mean, there was suspense, there were some battles which might be harder, but eventually you always have in the back of your mind that the DM won't let your character die, especially when you've been building up this character up for like 5 or 6 levels.
Yeah, I think that definitely ruins some settings is when people have power fantasies.
So yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem with D&D, I think, and Legacy of Kain because Legacy of Kain has more of the horror component. Now, World of Darkness has a horror component, but doesn't have that. Um, Also, it doesn't have that complex of a combat in order to run a Legacy of Kain campaign. I think. I mean, Legacy of Kain should be, in my opinion, at least a mix between the two, and I think that your system does it pretty well
Yeah, like one of
because
the
it's
things
neither
I
D&D nor World of Darkness.
like one of the things I do leave up to GMs and stuff is that like let's say a player's at a bar and he's trying to intimidate information out of a guy. I would leave that up to the GM and say if the player wiggles a dagger in their face, you could make this a charisma check with their melee check because you're twirling the blade, or you can make this a strength check with a something else check because
Yeah,
there's ways you can kind of argue it, and I leave enough for people to interpret. That's my main goal, is to leave it up to interpretation. It's just combat. I made sure it was like very grounded, so that way people didn't get too crazy with it. Like, oh, I'm gonna spin off the wall and then slice his, and it's like, no, dude, you gotta like, you gotta bite the bullet.
yeah,
Like, if you run up to someone's face and attack them, that's it. You can't do anything else afterwards unless you crit. So, next turn he's gonna smack you.
yeah. That's true. But yeah, that's why I think that I mean that Sarafan TTRPG will probably flop because it's very limiting. People don't play TTRPGs, and I don't play TTRPGs. I mean, to have an average board game experience, you play them because you want to have an adventure and you want to feel free in it. You want to role play your character. You want to be able to do a lot of stuff. Okay, and I mean, sky's the limit. You're using your imagination. But when they come and tell you, you know what, you're gonna play this niche theme, and you're gonna do this one particular thing. People don't like that, and I don't think, I think it's gonna flop because there are many systems which do the exact same thing and they do it much better and not so limiting.
It did seem like they kind of shit out the Scourge of Seraphan thing. It looks like they shit it out in like less than 6 months. Like the most that they put into it for effort, in my opinion, is probably just the art. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes. I read something on Kickstarter that comes together with an encyclopedia or so. So I think that it was thought as a supplement to it.
Well, that's the issue too, is that because it comes with it, a lot of people are buying it, so it's gonna fudge the numbers. Because what you're gonna see is they're gonna say, "Oh, well, our TTRPG sold really well," and it's like, really? How come no one's playing your system? Not a single person is out there posting
That,
they're playing your system, and the
that's
reason
only
why is
short
because they're
term.
buying for the encyclopedia.
Yeah, but that's only short term success. You know, I mean, like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that starts. It when it drops, it sells, and then nothing. I mean, so you're gonna see slowly the numbers plummeting. That's
Well, I think what's gonna happen is gonna suck for the company because they said they're gonna work on a vampire codex basically for their version, and their vampire codex isn't going to come with an encyclopedia, so I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for everyone to buy the encyclopedia with the game because it comes together, and then they think they're
yeah.
doing really well, they think they're hot shit, and then they release all this money poured into this next project where you can play as the vampires now, release it, and then get like no one who buys it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I expect to happen, you know, because
Yeah.
I mean it's hard to make it big in the TTRPG scene, I think, and in order to do that, you have to be like you got to have an one-hit wonder, otherwise it doesn't work. It's also a Kickstarter, so I don't know. Those things either flop or do great. I don't think there is a Kickstarter that has done okay that it has been.
While we're waiting for Fuddy, you want to spend your money?
Oh yeah, I can see what I can buy. Huh? Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna check the vampires
Are you
codex.
playing? What was your character's name?
It is sorry, Largon.
Largon. Beautiful.
Oh,
So you
wait.
have 70 gold.
Oh, wait. Aren't we using the same characters?
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't change anything?
No.
No. Okay, and we get also the XPs. Okay, not the XPs, but the revised stats. Also, right now we're level 2, right?
Yeah, you're level 2, and so is Osborne.
Yeah,
Well, Osborne, I think, is level 1 because he.
because I have the character sheet after the updated. Exactly. After the updates, he's already leveled up
Yeah,
from last
you're.
time.
Yep. Your
Okay,
intelligence
so
is
what?
6, and your perception 6. Your magic
Yep.
is 2, and cunning is 6. Beautiful.
And I have about 70 gold where
Yep.
I can spend that stuff now. So,
So I would go to the rules light and just go down to loot.
okay, just a second.
Or never mind, not loot. It was combat damage because there it shows item quality. Um, for armor, I'm gonna go the lowest value, and then weapons, I'm gonna go the highest value. So if you're buying an iron sword, it's gonna be 10 gold. If it's an iron chest piece, it'll be 5.
I think I already have a dagger, right? Uh, just
So you are currently using a iron dagger, yes.
if I remember, yeah, that's right. So, what the-
Blood vials are 100 gold, but small blood vials are 50.
do I need blood vials though? Is the question. I'm sorry, I really need to read the rules extensively because I've read the basics and everything, but the spells and everything I still have to read that. I haven't got the time to get around to it. Um,
So maybe it'll
the blood
be.
vials. allow us to conserve the blood from victims for a bit longer or so, right? For further use.
Blood vials are like potions. They're health potions. They already have blood
Oh,
in them. You just drink them. I don't go too crazy with like, oh, you can't collect this guy's blood because you don't have a vial. No, I don't do that. I just simply
oh
say if
yeah,
you
it
collect their
makes
blood,
sense.
you have a vial. Yeah, you're done.
It makes sense.
I
Yeah.
try not to go
So,
too crazy.
and how much is for for a single blood vial?
A regular blood vial is 100 gold. A small blood vial is 50 gold. A small blood vial heals a quarter of your HP. So if you have 10 HP, you get 2 HP from it.
I mean, okay, so here I have leather helmet, leather chest, leather gloves, leather
Yeah.
pants, leather boots.
And because your
Uh,
perception 6, you get 3 armor from that. Yep.
I have the dagger. Okay. And yeah, if I get a one blood vial, then it's gonna be I'm gonna have just 20 gold left, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking because I'm thinking, okay, I'm playing a Zephonim, so I think with the leather armor set, I'm good for the time being. I already have a weapon. So blood vials. Then just a second. Here the rules. So yeah, I'm just looking over the items. Okay. Am I going to need bombs or
Bumps?
yeah?
What do you mean by bumps?
Oh, well, no, it's just the sets for bomb making for the from the material
Oh,
and chemical. Or am
bombs.
I looking?
So bombs I did not put in rules light because it's rather extensive.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Yeah,
it's
you're
in the
right.
regular codexes, but bombs are a ranged kind of thing. So if you have really good range proficiency, like you're an archer, bombs are kind of more for you. And the reason why is because bombs have the highest damage output, but they require you to have good range proficiency to throw it at someone.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
But to make a bomb, though, you require certain requirements that just wouldn't really benefit it. Like none of the bombs really require a range skill. Like some bombs require you to have a really high magic skill to make. So that means in order for that archer to have that legendary magic bomb, he actually needs to go to a mage to make it for him. But there are other bombs that exist.
yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking.
Because yeah,
Okay, where do I find the rules light again? Sorry.
it was on the website.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna check the website then.
That's kind of why I like the websites because it keeps everything together.
Oh, it's true. I like it as well. I just need to.
One of my friends saw it and he's like, "Dude, this looks like a like black website, like a website you would go to for like black market goods and stuff,
Yeah,
like a
no,
dark
it's
web
okay.
shit."
I think it's great. I mean, better than what I would have made for sure. So rules light. Ah, here's it.
Yeah.
Okay, is it rules light? Okay, where's the loot here? No, it's not the loot. It's the
Combat damages. Yeah, I accidentally had it there.
yeah. I hate it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think I need. If I'm playing a Zephonim, I mean, I don't think I need anything better than leather for the time being. As we said, what can I get though? I mean, I was just thinking if I should get something ranged, although I can use magic as well. Uh, I mean, is there a hand crossbow kind of thing?
Um, So when it comes to dual wielding, there's a penalty of -2 modifier to your attacks and -4 damage,
Um,
unless you get the
oh,
frenzy trait.
I see. And what if I have it on my back, for example, and I just need to switch between weapons? How
So
do I do that?
there's no official rule on it because I decided to leave it up to GMs, but to me personally, I would say that would cost you your turn.
Yeah, it makes sense. Um,
But as I said,
okay.
I kind of leave that up to GMs because some people can justify it either way.
But I still can use the vampire magic like bolts and stuff, right?
Yeah, you can use that no problem. Just because in the video game, Kain literally just wafts his hand and it just kind of shoots
Yeah, I
out while
mean,
he's holding his
I
sword.
remember in Blood Omen, he can, he can exactly just cast bolts and stuff. It's
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, as the game progresses, he casts even crazier stuff. Yeah,
yeah. So that's why I don't really care whatever it is you're holding when you cast even the most crazy spells like Blood Eclipse.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really care about it. You could be dual wielding for all I care. I don't really worry about that.
Nah, it's okay. I don't think I need it then.
But you
Um,
a staff could be used if you're trying to do more magical stuff. The only thing is that you have to declare what kind of
is
type.
is it considered like an implement kind of thing or like a proper weapon?
It's a proper weapon, so you
Okay.
can't really use it to whack somebody, but you you use it like a ranged attack. It has 5 range distance, but you have to
Yeah,
declare what kind of staff this is. Is it a fire staff? Is it a poison staff? And the reason why is because once you do, it's stuck as that, and there's no real way to change it, and that gives you different capabilities.
how much is it for a basic staff then? or,
Iron
or or should I get
staff, Iron staff
or
is the
should I?
basic, which is 10 gold.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a basic staff.
What kind of type?
So, what types are there? Sorry, I'm just checking it
Um,
here.
so I kind of keep it very simple. I just say fire, poison, um, blood, sun, um,
Okay.
and that's pretty much about it. There are other staffs out there that you may say like, "Oh, Freezer, you didn't mention this. This one literally does sound waves." It's like, yeah, it's because it's a legendary staff, and that's why I put it in the legendary
Oh
loot
yeah.
that you could find.
Okay. Then in this case, in this case, I'll get. I guess I'll get the.
Oh yeah, electricity. I forgot that. Yeah, lightning.
I think I'll get the lightning one in this case.
Okay.
Or should I get the blood one? But does the blood one do something special in particular, or is it just some bonus on
Under
blood magic?
under the techniques page, there's a staff section, and the staff section has
Yeah.
unique ones per different type. Um, the blood staff has one called Crimson Stroke, which costs you 4 HP, and you basically sling blood on a bunch of tiles, and any enemy that steps on it, they have to roll the dice, and they can what's it called? They basically
Uh,
lose HP every time they step on the blood, and it gives that HP to
ongoing
you
damage.
instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they just get ongoing damage. So. Yeah, I
But
get it.
energy staff has Teslic burst, which is like you shoot out this ball of energy that pulls all the enemies into that ball at the end of its turn, and it does damage based on how many people you tethered.
Yeah, okay. Well, in this
And
case, I guess I'll get the lightning one. So I'll just write it here down.
all right, cool. Lightning iron staff, 1 damage, range of
And this.
5. So
Okay.
a bow still outranges you, but you can still at least do stuff.
And I think that
You have
that's a still.
60.
I still have 60 gold, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Uh. Oh well. I mean, I guess the blood vial would be nice just in case. Hmm. 60. I'm writing down that I also have a staff. Okay. Um. Well, I guess there isn't anything I mean, particularly useful at this time. So I guess I'll get a blood vial as well, and I think I'm okay. I'm set because then I have just 10 gold left.
So with the current amount of money you have, you can't afford a regular blood vial, which would restore half your HP, but you can get a small blood vial, which is 50 gold, and it gives you a quarter of your HP back. So if you have 10 HP, it only heals you 2.
And the regular and the regular blood vial is how many gold?
100.
How much gold? Hmm?
100.
Okay, then I get a small blood vial. In this case, I can't get any regular ones.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I'm set. I don't know. Well, I still have 10 gold, but I don't think I can spend it on something right now.
There will be merchants in this one shot, unlike the previous one, so there will be ways of getting money, basically.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, like, I thought I can.
The previous one, there wasn't any merchants just because it was a tutorial. It was very meant to be like very straightforward. This one,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I
gonna
get it.
have a bit of complexion to the point it may take us like 2 or 3 sessions to complete it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah, I
we're
got it. So, yeah, I thought I can. Yeah, I just thought that if we make some gold in the way, then I can invest further down the road.
I'm messaging Fuddy, tell him that the kissing session has begun. Yeah, when I was playtesting this in the alpha version of this game, one of the things I kind of realized was that there was no point to strength. Like, strength did not mean shit because everyone would just go perception warrior. And the reason why everyone would go perception warrior is because with perception, not only do you go first, so you can attack first, but also you could just perception check and then ignore enemy armor when you attack them. So there was really no
Yeah.
incentive to go strength warrior. But then I add techniques and I make it where strength can also be used for shields, which provides arguably a little bit better defense than just perception blocking or dodging. So now all of a sudden, strength and perception are equal. Because while a perception warrior may get the first cut, the strength warrior could do a nasty technique that wipes out over 60% of your HP. So,
Yeah, that balances things a bit.
yeah. As I said, I've been playtesting a lot because
I've noticed. No, it's really pretty well made. I mean, even if you plan on releasing it, I mean, like on a uh, yeah, what's the word? On a commercial basis, I meant. In the worst case scenario, if you can secure the rights, because I know how it is. I mean, these guys, the guys that originally were contracted by Virgin it was because they had the rights for Fallout originally, but then they sold them to Bethesda. And the issue was that the guys had already made the Fallout pen and Fallout TTRPG, but because of the Virgin had to sell it because to Bethesda because they closed down their. They went bankrupt, I think. Not bankrupt, but they had to shut down their games, video game section or so because it wasn't making enough money. I'm not sure. They were downsizing. Anyway, Bethesda didn't want to sell the rights, or I don't know what was the issue, and they didn't authorize the TTRPG in the end, which was commissioned from from Virgin originally, but then when with this whole rights issue when they were transferred and sold to Bethesda, and they bought the franchise, they didn't want to release the TTRPG for some reason. I have no idea what was the issue. So in the end, those guys had made the Fallout TTRPG. Everything was ready and set to go, but they couldn't release it without the rights. So they did they slightly changed the setting and the lore. But basically, if you read the rule book, the core rule book, you can understand which is which. I mean, they've simply changed the name for ghouls, for example. They named them. I don't remember how they named them. Honestly, the super mutants became, for example, I don't know how they call them. Slight name changes, you know. But you could. But if you play Fallout, you know which is which.
Yeah, and that was kind of the idea I started throwing around a while ago. Was like, this TTRPG is really well designed, but because I did it for Legacy of Kain, I can't ever publish it. Not that I want money out of it. I actually want people to play. I don't care for profits.
Yeah, I was just
But
saying.
but if I was to actually like decide to publish this, like publish it as like an official works or something, then I would probably just rename a bunch of things and then have to write like my own world building
Yeah, you
stuff.
probably need to, exactly. You probably need to change the setting a bit. I mean, customize it a bit. But then, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem then. But yeah, if you keep it free, I think that I'm not sure, but as far as I know, I mean, under the fair rights use law in the US, I think you should be covered. I mean, they cannot go after you if you're giving it for free and don't get any profit out of it.
That's the main thing. Yeah, when I was talking to someone, they were like, "Yeah, technically, there's nothing that the IP
I
can
mean, they
do
would be
about me."
ultra pissed if you were getting money out of it and they aren't getting any rights, any royalties. But yeah, I mean, if you aren't getting any money out of it, I don't think that's an issue. I mean, if that was the case, then no videos would be allowed of playthroughs from games and stuff. It would be a huge issue.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of right in that area.
No parodies would be made. It's like everybody would have to pay rights to every second person. So yeah, it wouldn't work. But even if you plan to go, even if you further down the road planning to go commercial, I mean, there's always this solution, you know.
Alrighty. So Fuddy's not here. I think we could just go on without him. He'll be fine.
Uh, okay, yeah, as you wish. I mean, fine by me.
It's only because I know you have limited time, so I'm just like, yeah, let's just do it. Besides, the recommended player level and player count could be adjusted.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, whichever way it suits you.
So, Contagion Unleashed, that's the campaign we're playing. As
Okay.
time passes and conquest finishes, the blood supply begins to dwindle. Establishing farms to harvest blood is the lifeline for Kain's empire. These people, the slaves, come from multiple origins. Some were prisoners of war, others were just lost feral humans found in the wasteland. You're a newcomer to the empire, a vampire of some passing skill, or a good head on your shoulders. Lately, there's been a rise in mutant attacks. Mutants are bad for business and for harvest, as their blood is tainted. The blood is so foul, even a sip of it turns a veteran vampire into a wailing banshee. Looking for work, you set out on this job that was posted by the glorious god Kain himself. 100 gold to whoever stops the mutant hordes. 500 gold to whoever can make a sustainable blood from the grotesque beast. With that, you and your party of fellow vampires are assigned to investigate Plura Farms, a farm known for supplying a Terellum forge city and a Zephanim harbor. Losing such a boon would spell bad omens for the Empire and the respective two clans. Possibilities for making great relations with both clans can occur if your party impresses them.
Which clans are we talking about? Do I know that or?
Terellum and Zephanim. Being that you're a
Okay.
Zephanim, yes, you know this.
Yeah, I'm a Zephyr. So the farm is run by both, or
It's co-owned, yes.
it's co-owned? Okay. Okay. And okay, then I get it. Okay, so
So
I guess
Plura Farm is a small and prosperous community of Zephanim and Terellum. Upon reaching the place, you see a makeshift barricade with penned-up humans fearing for their meager lives, as mutants spit acid, killing vampiric slavers. The battle plays before you. The blobberous mutants who lack the courtesy of dying are somehow using weapons. These fiends, they slither about, leaving mucus trails as their fat, grotesque bodies slowly gather in semi-organized formations. The raining of arrows and acid spit, the fiends pin your brethren and cousins down.
I just have one small lore question, if I may
Yeah, go
ask.
ahead. Yeah.
So just remind me, because okay, I mean, I'm well versed with the lore of Legacy of Kain, but the only problem is, I mean, I've finished Blood Omen 1, then now I'm playing the Soul River 1 and 2. Right now I'm in Soul River 1, about midway down the game. Now, when you're saying mutants, are they like um, this miasma thing from Dark Eden?
Yes.
Oh, so we're talking these particular. So it's like magically created mutants or so, like this
In
negative energy from Dark Eden kind of thing.
yeah, and that was kind of like the big thing with Nosgoth, the video game, and then Blood Omen 2 was that and Soul Reaver 2 was that there are occasional mutants you can find, like very rarely. Whereas Blood Omen 1 there was a lot of mutants. But the big thing with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mutants
Dark Eden
was that
was crawling with those things. Yeah.
but the big thing is that the corruption of the world has caused mutants to kind of spawn, and the
Yeah,
taints
that
of
makes
Dark
sense.
Eden made it even worse.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
after Kain destroys Dark Eden and kills like the three pillar guardians there, the ground is still tainted. There's still mutants that are coming out
It
of
makes
that.
sense. No, nobody cleaned that up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it makes
So
sense. Okay. Well, okay. Now I'm up to speed. Uh,
it's just unusual because these ones are fighting in formations and using weapons, which is kind of eye
Yeah, they're
catching.
not like these monstrous thingies that were mindless completely. Completely mindless, I mean, no.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
have you roll a 2d6.
Yep. Right away.
Yes.
So it's
11.
11.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Roll.
So with a +1 mod, you crit success. Wow, you lucky person.
Yeah.
Too bad for you, this roll didn't really have a crit success. So you realize that the foul beast have advanced their line into a slick, spilled oil container. Hitting this would kill the beast, scattering their lines. You get 20 XP. So that levels you up. Congratulations.
It levels me up already?
Yep.
Okay. So level 3. So at level 3, yeah, I just need to check what
You just get a
with
skill point.
okay. Then I guess I'll add it. Okay, I have a 6 cunning of 6, magic of 2. Uh Tell me, what's the difference of melee and melee proficiency?
Melee is fist, and melee is strictly strength. So you cannot do a perception punch. It's always, always, always a strength punch. Melee
Yeah, makes sense.
proficiency is blades, great
Because I'm,
swords, great axes, whatever. And that
because
you
I'm
could choose strength or perception.
because I'm using a dagger.
Dagger is cunning. You're a
Yeah, okay, I got 6 on it.
You could technically use a dagger for melee proficiency, but by your build, it would kind of just be weird to try to do it. You could still do it, but it would just be kind of
I
interesting.
mean, if I can use cunning, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was just imagining I would have a short sword kind of thingy, but it's I mean, dagger is also perfectly fine. Uh, that's all right. I think I'll get I'll add 1 skill point to magic. I think so. I have 3.
Beautiful. That doesn't change any modifiers. You still stay a -1 for magic.
Yep.
Now, do you want to switch to your staff before this combat engages, or do you want to because you have higher perception, I'll allow you to initiate.
Um, yeah. Then in this case, I think I'll switch. I'll switch to my staff. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, I can see the map. Perfect. So that thing by the barrel is the mutant, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
just like your perception revealed, if you shoot the barrel, you'll cause the mutants to retreat.
So in this case, I'm gonna shoot the barrel then.
Roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Should be
Right
a
away.
0 mod. And you
Okay, I have.
miss. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that means the mutant is going to go. Let's see what he does. Okay. Does he have the large trait? So he has a slug trait, so he moves -1. So he moves only 2 tiles. And then he shoots his thing. Beautiful. Rolling 2d6. Let's just move him forward a bit. 8. Alright. He shoots his iron bow, the nasty fiend, and he does 5 damage. You have 3 armor, which reduces it by 1. You can roll perception to try and negate it further by another 1
Uh,
point. So that way you only take
yeah.
3.
I'm gonna roll perception then. I just need to roll 1d6 now,
2.
or
2d6. 2d6.
always 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I had 3 and my perception.
Alright, so no.
Yeah. Exactly. My perception is just 1. The modifier. Yeah.
Alright, so you take 4 damage. It is your turn.
Okay. Should I write down? Oh, you've already added up. Uh, okay. Uh, so okay, I guess I'll attack the mutant straight then. Well, I'll try once more because he's still adjacent to the barrel, right?
Yes. The mutants
And
aren't
I'll
very
try.
smart, so.
I guess I'll try to shoot the barrel again then.
And I almost forgot your HP actually increased, but yes. Um, at level 3,
Oh yeah.
your HP becomes 15 because it's 3 HP per endurance.
Yep. And as far as if I remember correctly, I don't change anything on my stats, right? That comes on the next level,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
Perfect.
Very simple rules.
Then, yeah. uh, well,
So you could try to attack the barrel again.
yeah, I'll try to attack the barrel again. So, okay,
Beautiful,
now
you land it.
8.
The thing explodes in a massive array of gore. You see the beast start getting cooked. Hold on 1 second. I want to try
Very
something.
nice.
Where's the button? There it is. Haha.
Yeah.
So the barrel explodes. Congratulations. The mutants start to retreat and slither. From the barricade, you can hear someone yell,
Away.
"Get over here!"
Okay. So I guess I'll approach. Is that like the wall of the farm behind the
Yes.
barricades?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess I'll get myself here. Okay, I'm going towards the voice. So is it the voice of a vampire? Can I tell or
Yes, they are.
okay? So I'm getting there. So I'm like, um, okay.
Oh, I gotta reveal the entire camp. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Thanks. So is it, what time? Okay, yeah, I guess. I was thinking about what time of the day it is, but I'm like, it's always like day and night. We cannot. I guess we cannot distinguish much between morning and noon or so when it's always kind of dark.
The three guards take up their post again and they relax a bit. You recognize these three as Zephanims. They start
Okay.
ushering you in. Come on, come in. The
So,
commander needs to speak to you.
yes, okay. So, greetings, brothers. Might I inquire what exactly seems to be the issue here? Why are there so many mutants around?
They pull out their crossbows and get ready in case of another wave of mutants attack.
Okay, then I
We
guess
we
I'll
don't
get.
know. We don't know why they're attacking or where they're coming from. But if you're here, that's great news. Commander, what do you make of this situation? As you look over to the commander, you see that he's next to a wooden fencing that's crammed with at least 40 humans in there. They
This
are
is the
absolutely
this is the
lacking in
commander.
space. The one in
This.
golden armor, yes.
Okay.
As you look at the people, you see how in terrible condition they are, basically covered in their own feces, crammed like packaged sardines. It's a needed cruelty, as the open pens that the humans normally are in would be subject to mutant attacks. Here you look at the commander. He stands before you.
I
Yeah,
think this is. Ah,
Commander Ernaka. By the Dark God Kain, we've been under a lot of assault these past 3 weeks. He seems to be very dismissive of you.
I think I see. Is he also a Zephonim? Can I tell
He's
or?
Terrellum, judging by how big he is. He stands over you easily.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense then. Um.
He has a
So I'm
shield
telling
and
him.
a fist.
So
That's all he uses.
I'm pointing over the wooden enclosure where the humans are in, and I'm just saying, well, with all due respect, Commander, but don't you think that this is going to create problems for our food supply? I mean, I don't know about the quality of blood, and I don't know how long you've put the humans in there, but I don't think these are particularly hygienic conditions for our food supply.
Commander Ernaka seems to sigh. He seems exhausted, as if he's been asked this question before. In times of crisis, faith is needed more than sustenance. Right now, these humans are locked up for safety. In normal times, they would be allowed to roam a bit more freely. He points to what looks like a pile of half decayed, half dissolved bones. These are the slaves we lost.
Hmm. Since when? How long has it been since the mutant raids started?
3 weeks. Rain as much arrows as they wish, but we thrive on the pain that they give. We've been fighting them back and keeping true to our faith.
I see. Um, sorry, out of character question. What do I know about the? I mean, geographically, geographical wise, as geography wise, what do I know about the? If there are there any settlements nearby, near the farm, or bigger cities?
Um, so you
Should
do
I do
know
a
that
knowledge
there's
check or so?
No, because I already told you at the beginning, so it doesn't really count. But there's a Zephanim harbor that relies upon this farm, and then there's a Terrellum forge city that also relies on the blood farm. That's why they kind of co-own it.
Mhm. So you said Zephonim Harbor and
Terrellum forge city.
Forge City.
Yeah,
So
so like a
Forge.
giant city with like giant smokestacks and chimneys with constant furnaces moving and
Okay.
churning out material.
And do these smokestacks serve simply to cover the sun, or with smoke and stuff, or is it just, or do they actually produce something as well,
Both,
other than pollution? Hmm?
both. They
Okay, so
produce
they
and
make
then they
weapons
also
and
provide
everything.
camo. Yeah.
Yeah, but weapons also so weapons like engineering stuff and everything. Yeah. Okay. I see. Um, and he's Turelim then, the commander.
Yes.
Okay. In this case, I'm going to ask him if he, with all due respect, Commander, if I may be so bold, I would like to ask if you think that there is some connection between the byproducts of the forges of the Turelim city and this increase of in the number of mutants as of late. Could there be some correlation? Do you have any information from your brethren in the city?
Ernaka seems to lean back against the wooden fence post to relax a little bit. Now that you bought him some time to get some rest, after all, you scattered the mutant menace and saved them a bunch of hardship. He
Mm-hmm.
sighs. Plura Farms. I'm one of the co owners here. The other is Olira. She's in the tent over there. She's a Zephanim. Now, the thing is that we've always had mutants, these kind in particular, but never have they wielded weapons. This has been new. And then they've been fighting in formations. They've actually skirmished us, which is uncharacteristic. This is not normal behavior. Don't get me wrong, the world is tainted and destroyed. We know that. But the Forge? I don't see how the Forge could have caused this. This is an intelligence that I've never seen.
I guess you're right, Commander. I'm just trying to work with all the information we do have. Did anything particularly weird, or I mean unusual, happen during these last 3 weeks? Any events of note in the area?
He starts to scratch his head and goes, Uh, if I remember correctly, Olira owns 40% of the farm, and she was complaining something about there being humans on the periphery or something like that. I don't have enough time to care about this. She
Around
cares only
humans?
about the, yeah, humans. She thinks that there's humans around, but I don't think so. I think she's just seeing things. It's been about 3 or 4 days since I last had a drop of blood, so I can't really think about it, but
I
she's
see.
been worried about money. I've been worried about defense.
I see. That should be enough for the time being, Commander. Thank you for your time. I will simply let you rest. Where can I find Commander Lyra then?
He pointed over to the building over there.
Okay. Very well then. So okay, I guess I'll just leave him be there and go meet the Zephonim Commander. Try to gather some more information from her if if she could be of any. I'm just trying to get some
Yeah, try and gather as
info.
much info as you can. Smart idea.
Yeah. So she's this one here. Is it right?
Yep. She's the one on top of the carpet. Yep. You
Okay.
got.
Yeah, okay. So okay, I'm getting.
As
So
you
I'll get
approach
over
the
there
building, you
and
can kind of hear her muttering to herself. With these current expenditures, No, we'll be bankrupt by the end of this. This is a foul
Is
play.
there a sorry for the interruption? Okay. Is there a door there, or do I simply enter the space there? There's no door then, right?
The door is just wide open. Inside her
Okay.
house, you see a massive decorated blue carpet that she's standing on, and you can see faintly that there's a chest somewhere in her bedroom.
Does he have? Okay. Can I observe her a bit before I enter the door then? Before I enter the room then?
She keeps muttering to herself about profit margins and bankruptcy from what you can hear, and then also what you can see. She also keeps
No,
kind of talking to herself, and you
mm,
see her sort of pulling at her hair.
no, yeah, great. Uh, no, I just meant. I mean, her appearance. Does he have any markings that show that she's of a higher rank than me or so? I mean, I know that the higher ranking ones have capes, as I've read in the Vampire's Codex, but um, does she have something of that? Are we similarly? I mean, are we? I mean, can I tell if she's if she's of of the same rank as me, or if she outranks me or so?
So, looking at her, you can tell that she is rather aged. She has a little bit more pronounced vampiric features on her body than you. So, you can tell she's at
Okay,
least older than you. You
okay,
can't
so
really
I know
tell
that
just by
she.
looking whether or not she's actually a higher rank, though.
Yeah, okay, but I get it. Okay, if she has already started mutating and so, then I guess that she outranks me as far as I can tell. So yeah, I'm just knocking gently on the door.
Yes, yes. Come in. Are you traders? Are you trade from the caravan? Please, please. I have 100 gold here. If you can bring me new slaves.
I'm so I'm entering the room. I'm taking a slight bow to her because I think that she outranks me, and I simply said, uh, "Commander, I'm afraid I'm saying greetings, Commander. I'm sorry to say I'm not a merchant. I am Largon. I have been sent. Actually, who sent me? Sorry.
You took up the job posting because the posting was from Kain himself.
Okay. um. Okay. I'm on a special mission sent from. Okay, Kane had not did not send me in particular. I just took the job or so from my superiors in the clan. Then from the elders,
It
or
was
did
a
did.
job posting.
Okay, yeah. My name is Largon, Largon of the Zephonim, and I've taken the job posting, and I'm here to help you with your mutant problem.
She gets upset and just puts her head down on her desk. I don't need more brutes like Arnaka. I need profit. She
Oh, but as I'm
starts she starts scattering through her booklets and then pulls out a scroll and shows you. You just see a bunch of really nastily scribbled handwriting that looks like a bunch of math equations poorly come together. But the very, very bottom right of it, you see in almost blood red, as if she was bleeding when she was drawing it, is a negative sign.
I see, but I'm not just a brute, elder sister. I am I am a Zephonim myself, and that's what we do. We get to the root of the problem. We gather all our information, and we're going to find a solution. I'm trying to reassure her a bit, like show her that we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm just trying to because I see that clearly she's clearly in distress, so I'm just trying to um, calm her down a bit.
When you mention that you're Zephanim, she looks almost a spark in her eye. You're a Zephanim, huh? Well, maybe you want to do something to impress the clan. She offers you her hand as if a sponsor would. Now, sponsors, as you know, as a vampire growing up, sponsors are elderly vampires who tend to give gifts to the lower, and these gifts can manifest in a number of ways, whether it's legendary items or it could be just more blood, money. It could be all sorts of things.
I guess in exchange for allegiance and stuff, huh?
Yes.
Um. Okay. So has but she did not offer something in particular, did she? Right now, or
She's waiting for your response.
oh yeah. Well. Well, of course, I wouldn't say anything that could improve my status in the clan. I do admit that I have several ambitions of my own.
She
I'd be gladly,
smiles curtly.
therefore, I'd be gladly of service.
She points over to Ernaka from her tiny little doorway, and you can see as she's pointing at him.
Mm-hmm.
He owns 50% of the farm. I own 40%. There's a document on him. If you can retrieve this for me without being caught, then I can shift the tides, and then the Zephanim harbor nearby could get more blood slaves.
It will be my honor to take this job.
Excellent, she says, and she starts scribbling down more hasty profit margins that now seem more positive for some reason.
But you said that the commander, the Turalim guy, owns 50%,
She nods. Yes, yes, he owns 50, I own 40.
and who owns the rest 10% of the 10%?
There's some crazy
The remaining
dude.
10%.
There's
Hmm?
some crazy guy who gave us money a while ago and ended up buying a bunch of slaves. He invested in this place. That's the reason why we have the walls outside. He's in the bar. Just ignore him. He's a fucking lunatic.
Since when? Since when is he involved in this venture?
Well, he's some drunk braggart. I don't even know how he gets drunk since we don't drink alcohol, but he does it. Maybe it's just because he's stupid, but he just simply walks around the world and he keeps saying that he's on some sort of grand mission to fight and restore his glory before Kain or some stuff like that. I don't pay too much attention with him. I'm too busy with these profit margins. But he randomly came here one day, fought off some beastie that we were having a bit of difficulties with, and then used the money that we gave him to buy us a wall. And that wall, thankfully, has actually saved our hide more than a few times. Did you believe this? One of our slaves tried to escape by climbing this wall. Can you believe that?
Mm.
Silly little money bag trying to run away from us.
May I ask, when was that day that he showed up here?
Oh, this was probably like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, something like that.
Also, it's quite a long time. I see.
Unfortunately, yes, and he still comes by, much to the chagrin of most of our patrons at our bar here.
What clan does he belong to, may I ask?
Pfft, same as Ernaka's. Unmistakable. He's huge. He's brutish. More importantly and more dangerously, stupid.
Hmm. Yeah, I get that. I think I'd rather gather some information from him as well, just to get the full picture. And also I'll get and I shall get to the task that you assigned to me, elder sister.
She goes back to her scribbling of profit margins. Yes, yes, be God. We have money to be making.
Perfect. So I guess I'll go talk to the Turalim guy who gets drunk in the bar then. So is that huge guy then? This guy?
No, that's the tradesman tent. That's an
Okay.
alchemist.
Okay, then in this case, wait, I need to.
If you're looking for the bar, it's this building.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go there. Gonna go over yonder, and so it's the bearded guy there, or that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm going to the bar, and who do I see there? There are several people. There are several guys there, right?
Roll perception.
Yep. Gladly. Okay. That's
7, beautiful.
yeah.
So, seeing at the bar, you see a few traveling vampires. They are also Zephanim, it seems. But off in the corner of the bar, unmistakably, you can hear the sound of "Urgh, urgh," and you hear barrel splinters just breaking and shredding with ease. As you look over, you see, sure enough, there is this destroyed table, or what used to be a table, and
Mm-hmm.
some sort of dude standing there. As you look around the bar, you can hear these guys scoffing at him and just talking amongst themselves at the bar. Some great warrior. Yeah, all he does is just destroy shit. Always destroying our goddamn tables.
Mm-hmm. I nod to the Zephonim and head over to the guy who destroyed the table. I guess he's the Turulim then. He looks like it, right?
Yes.
Good. So I'm heading over to him and I'm saying, can I use perception or can I at least observe him that just to understand if. Because I'm just trying to understand a bit the rank in the clan, so I know if they outrank me or so. Um, to adjust my reactions and everything. Um, and behavior. So I guess, is there any way to see if he is of similar rank to me, or if he outranks me or so? If not, it's okay. I'm just asking,
So
just for
since he's
flavor.
of a different clan, you would have no idea. But you can
Okay.
perception him to see what kind of stats he's at least made of.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. So 5. I don't know if
5.
that is a bit
Um,
low.
in this case, it's going to be another +1 mod just due to the circumstances. Because, well, this guy's not exactly hiding anything, and you have a +2 mod, so that goes anyways. So, beautiful. As you look at the hulking mass of fat and muscle, you just keep hearing him saying, "Oh yeah, brother," as he's smashing the barrel over and over again. As you look through his stats, you see that he's got incredible strength and incredible endurance. His fists aren't even bleeding as he's punching the crap out of this table. His strength stat is 10, endurance is 10, and as you look around and stuff, you can see that he has 3 intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. um, Greetings, brother. I am Largon of Zephonim. I am here to investigate and put an end to your mutant problem. Might I ask you a few questions?
As you say this, he looks and turns around to you and says, "Oh yeah, cuz I only respect the strong. Prove to me you a great warrior." He smashes a bottle on the floor and charges at you. Combat kind of begins.
Okay, perfect. Not an issue.
Everyone else in
Um,
the bar just says, "Oh god."
so he's running towards me.
Yes.
So
Because you have the higher perception, you go first. But did you want your staff out or your dagger out?
is it okay if I have my staff? Because if he's charging at me right now, I have a chance to hit him before he
Yes,
attacks.
that's fine.
Perfect. Then
You could also cast magic because you have really good stuff. 6, that goes through. So you hit him with your staff attack. Um, hold on, let me
with
look
his
at you.
lightning.
Yeah, it's lightning. So your intelligence is 6. That's 3. And your skill
Yeah.
with magic is 3, which is 1. And then your
Yep.
staff is 1. So that's going to be 5 damage.
Perfect.
Vic gets electrocuted. Urgh. That was pretty good. He rolls the dice to move. Oh god. Okay. He steps in front of you.
For moving, we have 1d6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
And
Okay.
his punch barely goes through. He punches you for 7 damage. Roll the 2d6 to see if you get perception to reduce it.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
6, that
6.
barely goes through. Beautiful. So you reduce it to 6 damage, and then because of your armor, that reduces it to 5. You take 5 damage. You feel the wind knocked out of your chest as he punches you.
You're not doing so bad yourself. Okay, and do you have opportunity attacks, or
No,
I mean,
no. So if you
if I
tried.
slide a bit and try to move a bit away from him?
No, I remember you asked me this last time. I remember that, yeah, because of D&D they do that. But no, not in this game, no.
Okay, so I guess I'll put some distance between us because I'm gonna try to hit him with the staff again.
The staff has a cooldown.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, right. Then I'll have to. I guess I have to put some distance between us and change switch weapons.
Yes. I'll just do this little symbol on you. So you can't use the staff now, but you can still cast spells. You can still do other things.
Yeah, okay. But if I'm gonna switch weapons, then it's gonna use my standard action, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So okay, then I'm gonna move. Uh,
1d6.
yep, I'm rolling it right away. So
2.
2, okay, not bad. Then I'll get, yeah, exactly. That seems good.
And then you can also cast spells. Now, as a Zephanim, you do get really good mind magic capabilities.
Is it like an extra action or like a minor or?
So with magic, it's treated just like as if you attacked him with a sword or a staff. It's just an action.
Because I use my action to switch weapons, can I still attack?
No. So it's up to
Yeah.
you. Do you want to risk that, or would you rather do something else? Because
Uh,
there are some spells that can give you time to do things
can I
because he
use that?
could close the gap on you really quickly.
Can I use that bolt thingy spell that I used last time?
You could use bolt, yeah, like energy bolt. You could.
Yeah.
There's probably other more damaging abilities you could cast, but yeah.
Uh, okay, let me take a look then. I can find everything in vampire magic, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Vampire magic.
The most damaging one I could see would be Shattered Mirror.
Chromancy, okay. And can I do Shadow Mirror? Yeah, Shadow Mirror and some mind magic, right? Yeah.
Yep. You just need to roll a
Okay.
5 to cast. Um, Shattered Mirror does perception or intelligence, and then magic or cunning. Cunning skill is 7, so that would give you 3 damage plus your perception, which would be 3 damage. And then because you have your staff out, you would get 1 extra damage, so that'd be 7 damage from just that alone.
So what I have to roll right now? Sorry.
5.
The what? Oh, okay, yeah. Just so 2d6 then again, right?
Yes. And
Yeah. So it's
as a
yeah.
Zephanim, you pay -2 rune costs, so that means that you would only suffer 4 mana loss instead of 6.
Mm-hmm.
And you cast it for 9. Beautiful. So you send aneurysms shackling through his brain. You can see his
Yeah.
brain twitching. He
Perfect.
barely gets up and looks at you. That was a good one, buddy. And then you see him put down his bottle and goes, "Oh, yeah, brother. That's what I needed to get the blood flowing." He looks at you and gives you a nice flex with his muscles. "That was good stuff there. My name's Vic." You see him spit some blood on his hand and he holds it out to shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Combat is
Okay.
over.
Yeah. Then perfect. Um, then I give him my hand and I say, I'm Largon of the Zephonim. I'm glad to have been of service.
He pulls you in close once you grab his hand and goes, "You fight well there. Flash this if you need me, and I'll smell what you're cooking." He gives you an earring that can be used as long as he is still alive.
Like the Vorador earring thingy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay, I guess I'll take the earring and wear it.
The earring looks like a giant fist, and now anytime you activate it, Vic will come to help you,
Perfect.
for better or worse.
Yeah. Um, if it's okay with you, Vic, I'd like to ask you some questions. I'm just trying to get to the root of the problem with this mutant outbreak.
Oh yeah, little cuz, ask away.
So you've been running, along with the other two commanders, you've been running the farm for about 6 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
You can see him going back to his broken table and smashing it further with his fist. Uh, Something like that. I don't really keep track of these things. I just kind of one day showed up. There was a big monster in the road. I beat it, and then they said what I would do with all this money, and I couldn't really carry it. So I just told them build me a wall so I could punch it. And then they built the wall, and I broke my fist on it 6 times. And you see him punching the wood. This is
I
why I be
see.
practicing on this.
You're a Turalim, Vic, right?
He shakes his head. Yep.
Hmm. I see. Is there something particular of note that you've noticed the last weeks since this mutant outbreaks? Um, since this mutant outbreak, or sorry, I mean since these mutant raids became more frequent and better organized.
Eh, all I noticed is that this wall came in really handy. It's a good sparring partner for the mutants. They've been able to lob some acid, though, over it. Real shame, that is.
I've heard that there have been humans in the near area. Uh,
I don't worry about no humans. Come on now, them humies. Last time I dealt with humies, they accidentally had me pinned down, and thankfully, one of the brash commanders decided to get a little too close, and I got a lick of blood, and I broke free. They're no worry. Just ignore them.
as far as Commander Lyra told me, those were not domesticated humans; they were feral humans.
Yeah, whatever they may be, they definitely ain't no tough biggins for me to fight. I only fight the strong, you see.
Mhm. Is there any directions you can point me towards? I mean, where do you think those feral humans showed up? Where they were last seen?
Feral humans, I got no clue. But I did hear some about down south is where the mutants mostly come from. I think it was some sort of cave when I last checked it out, but the mutants didn't really impress me, so I just left them be.
Very well, I see. Well,
Everyone in the bar just kind of looks at him in shock that he just said that.
uh, I just have a lore question out of character. Uh, I mean, the bar. What exactly does the bar serve? I mean, we don't get drunk as vampires, or do we do?
Roll me a perception or intelligence. Your perception or intelligence is the same stat, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep. So it's like a 5, and my intelligence is 1. So like a 6.
Did you just roll? I didn't see anything.
Didn't roll right now. Was that the old? Oh, okay. Yes, it's a 5 again.
Well, I see
Uh,
a 2 and a 4, but um,
oh,
so yeah,
there's a 1 after the 4.
that's fine. So looking around at the bar, you see that the bar is rather human made. It's definitely not any architecture that the other buildings represent. A lot of the other buildings you kind of notice are more vampiric in the sense that they're more polygonal shaped, whereas the human is
Mm.
very rectangular.
So this bar seems to have pre-existed. I mean,
Yes,
before the farm was set up here, right?
yes. The biggest thing you see around the area is just a pot of incense that's kind of burning, giving a nice aroma as people drink their cups of blood.
So, okay, most of them are okay. So we're drinking cups of blood, so no alcohol involved, right?
Yeah,
As
no
far as
no
I can tell.
alcohol.
Mm. Okay, so it's a blood bar, okay, kind of right kind of thing. Um, then I see. So he pointed me south. Very well. So okay, I'm letting him know. Well, thank you very much for your information, Vid. You have been mostly helpful. Uh,
Mostly.
and I'll be sure to let you know if I ever get in trouble. Thanks.
Oh yeah. As you start to leave, you hear some of the bartenders talking. He knew where the mutants were and he didn't solve the fucking issue. Don't get me started. I hate Vic so much. I wish he would just fucking died.
Oh well. So
You can kind of
okay.
gather Vic's not really well liked.
Yeah. Oh, he's an interesting character, nonetheless. Interesting. Yeah. Uh, well, so I know that the mutants are coming from south. And did the commander mention where did she see humans, or did she simply say that she saw?
she she just said that she didn't tell you, or Naka told you that O'Leary said it, but she only told you that she'll pay you extra for slaves
Mm,
because she thought you were a
okay,
caravan guy. Right
okay,
next to you is a trader and a apothecary.
okay. I don't think I have any use. Oh wait. Yeah, probably better heal myself, but so I guess I can visit the apothecary, but I need to pay him as well, and I have just 10 gold, right?
Yeah, you have only 10 gold, unfortunately.
Hmm. I was wondering if I should use my blood vial now or if I should wait a bit later. Um, I'm just thinking. Hmm.
Yeah, if you use your blood vial now, it's going to heal you 20%, which will just be 3 HP. So you'll be at 9.
And what can the apothecary provide me with?
You'd have to talk to him,
Okay, so
but to kind of
wait.
keep it closed, I would just say basically the hemomancy page.
Okay, hemomancy. I'm just
As
taking
I
a look
said,
at
this
it.
campaign's a lot more complicated than the
No,
tutorial.
it's perfect because I want to learn the system better, and because uh, yeah, I'm currently uh,
Currently in a bad bind, yes.
gonna exactly. I'm just with all the stuff I have to study. I'm preparing myself for the intensive care unit. I'm going to rotate there into the summer, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I work in the ICU. I'm a nurse, and
Oh yeah, I've been in the CPU so far and in intermediate care unit, but I haven't been in the ICU till now. So I'm reading a bit. I'm dusting up a bit of my intensive care medicine.
yeah, there's some delicate balances you have to do. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's a pain in the butt. Like
Mm.
sometimes a patient needs vasopressors, but then they're dehydrated, so it's like their blood pressure is going down no matter how much you increase the vasopressors. So that's when you know you gotta give them fluid. But if they have COPD or chronic kidney disease, you run the
Yeah.
risk of flash pulmonary edema and shit. Like, oh my god, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. No. I know what you mean. Uh. Okay then. Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm going to read that further as well. It's good. So it's good that I'm learning it by playing it at the same time. Definitely helps. So chemomancy. That's further down here. Cure. It is not the. Is it the blood magic? Is that what you mean?
So on vampire rules, if you go to character stats, it'll say hemomancy with magic spells under the intelligence section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
may have
Because I
scrolled
was
a little
looking at the
too far
magic
down.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking the vampire magic stuff. So chemomancy. Yeah, let's open the codex then. The vampires here. Vampires. Yep, here it is. So let's see. Is it in the intelligence section? Under the okay.
You found it?
No, I think I'm just looking at the
Goes on page 6 where it says clans, and then at the bottom it says character stats. Where you see intelligence, it says how can you use magic. It also provides you a chance to build craft items, blah blah blah. And then in parentheses it says magic spells, comma, hemomancy, comma, and
okay.
techniques.
Okay. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, the hemomancy is the one you're gonna want. I try to group everything together so that way it's like, oh, what can I use runes for? There you go. Or what can intelligence be used for? There you go.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Techniques. So the healed techniques. Two. Okay, here it is. Vampire techniques.
You might get a chuckle at some of the names.
So is the on the vampire techniques page?
No, it's not on the techniques. It's hemomancy. It's its own thing. It might be faster if I just show you. Send you a direct link.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, I don't know why I don't find. Okay, yeah. So- because I'm just wondering if there's anything that can heal me there.
Hmm. Did I not add it into the? Oh, I guess I didn't. Oops. Guess we're
Yeah,
gonna
I thought
have
it
to.
was I was looking at the techniques page exactly because I clicked that link and there's the.
You found the hemomancy.
Uh, no, but it's okay. I'm gonna look for it later. Then it's okay. Uh, well,
Maybe it's also your PDF version because I remember you telling me about how you kind of got the wrong PDF.
yeah, I need to download the recent one or just check the site of this
Yeah.
because I understood the PDF is a bit outdated. Uh, well, okay, now
I
we'll see.
left the old PDFs in case someone does want to play like the older stuff, but that's up to them.
Okay, struggling blood for space and endurance charisma. Okay, blood types, blood vial, loop of hell. uh, okay. Yeah. So you like can sell me the blood vial and that kind of stuff here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all too expensive for me. Well,
I figured you get a chuckle about the loop of Henley.
yeah, just I noticed it exactly. That was what I was what I noticed and I was reading. Uh, well, yeah, I guess I'll just drink my small blood vial then.
Okay. Because you did this, you prevented hunger. Because I was actually going to give you hunger after the next fight if you didn't drink. So hey, you prevented it. Nice.
Yep.
Because I usually do
Uh,
a 2 fights per hunger kind of system. Some people could do it time based, but I prefer 2 fights.
yeah, I think it's better. Okay. So I moved the small blood vial from my uh, inventory
Inventory,
as
yeah.
well. Perfect. Oh, okay. You added the HP, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I guess what I would like to do is, I guess I'll try to steal that thing that Commander Lyra wanted from me. You said that the other commander is now, he seems tired and exhausted, right?
Yes.
And I guess that thingy that the other commander wants me to get is in his quarters, or so, right?
It's on him personally, yeah.
On him personally. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to pickpocket him.
And when it comes to pickpocketing, it's your perception and cunning versus his perception and cunning.
Yeah. I think I have better perception in cunning than him, though. So I guess I'll risk it.
Yeah. If you are caught, it would be combat with him in the entire city, but um judging by what I'm looking at and judging by what you're saying, yeah, I think you stand a very good chance.
Yeah, I think I'll take my chances.
If we were playing Hilden campaign, just know Hilden campaign there actually is a lot of antagonism, but
Yeah, I
actually
guess.
between the players themselves, it's actually really interesting.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. Uh, okay, so I guess I'll get. I try to get nonchalantly next to him, or so, so he doesn't get particularly weirded out.
When you look at him, you can tell he's very withered. He's probably gone more than 3 days of blood.
Okay, so I'm just taking a quick look around to be sure that no one else is looking.
And you roll 2d6.
Hmm. Ah,
Awesome.
just a, yeah, that's just a two. So yeah, I'm going to fail.
So you fail. You have
Okay.
a plus. You have like over +3 mod. So you fail to pickpocket him, but because you cannot crit fail, he doesn't really seem to notice.
I just oh, so this was for the pickpocket the roll. I thought it was for the perception, but it's okay.
Yep.
Um, okay, okay, then I failed. So I guess I what do I do in this case? Do am I able to try later to pickpocket him or
You could try again, but now it's going to be for a +2 mod instead of a +3.
okay? Um, I'm gonna take my chances one last time. So
7.
let's
You managed to
yeah,
steal the document.
perfect. So yeah, I'll just put it in my pocket or whatever I have to hide it into.
You see him shifting a bit, and he kind of looks at you. He doesn't really seem to care though, and he just kind of goes back to just sitting against the post.
Does he seem angry? Does he seem to have realized what has happened or so? Or
No, he looks the exact same as when you last left him. He just looks tired.
okay, so I'm gonna head back to the commander and hand her the document. So um, yeah, I'm gonna let her know that I have it. So Pardon me, elder sister. I just the urgent matter that had to be taken care of, that you asked of me, has been taken care of, and I hand her the document.
She looks at the document and then she looks at you. I heard you battled that brute, Vic. And more repulsively, she takes the scroll from you. More repulsively, I heard that he actually discovered where these mutants had come from and did nothing about it.
Yeah, I yeah, that's true. I do consider it particularly strange as well, given the fact that he's also drunk, and well, I don't think we can get drunk. So I think I'm a bit suspicious of him, but I'm gonna hold my suspicions for later. Maybe it's all just a coincidence, but still, I think the important thing is that we have something to work with.
She slides over 200 gold coins over to you for getting her the document.
200 gold coins, so that's a that's pretty good actually.
As she slides it over, she looks at you and goes, That extra is for beating Vic. Teach him and most of these Terrellums here to learn their place. Remember your roots. Remember our father. She mentions fathers in Zephanim, not Kain.
Hmm. So yeah, I simply smile and say, "I'm always glad to be of service."
So you've now gained a sponsor.
That's pretty good.
Sponsor Olira.
Should I write it down somewhere, or is that a note for you?
I'm writing it
Um,
down on your kind of below your traits page. Your traits. I'm putting a thing called sponsor
okay.
colon Olira slash Zephanim slave trader owner of Plura Farms. It's spelled Pleura, Plura Farms,
Hmm.
like plural fluid.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. uh, yeah, I got it. Okay, I wrote it down. So yeah, now I have 210 gold. I think I'm gonna fork about 100 gold over to the apothecary to get a large blood vial, a regular blood vial. It was 100 gold, right?
You would have to go talk to him, but yes.
Yeah, so I'm getting over to him and I'm like, yeah, greetings, brother. I would like to purchase a regular blood vial from you. And I offer him the 100 gold. Or is it more expensive here because I don't know, current mutant crisis or
As you approach him with the gold, he looks at you and goes, Ah, good, a new customer. Yes, I'll take that. Thank you. He takes the 100 gold from you and gives you a blood vial.
that's nice. Uh, okay.
As he's closing up the store a little bit, cleaning it up, and putting your money into his little vault, he
Mm-hmm.
looks to you with a side eye and goes, So, you're here to take care of the mutant menace, huh? Or did Ernaka send you here to me? Are you wounded?
A bit, yes, but I'll
He,
manage.
as you say that, he closes his vault and just stares blankly at the wall.
Okay.
15 gold.
15 gold? What?
Yes, he holds out his hand and says 15 gold.
Okay, then I guess I'll give him 15 gold. So I have 95 left right now.
As you do that, his hand swirls with a crimson red, and next thing you know, your body is revitalized.
Great.
As he takes your gold and starts counting it, he kind of looks at you strangely based on your reaction. What?
Uh,
Did you not know I was a healer?
Well, I presumed as much, but didn't want to rush to assumptions.
He
That was
sighs and just looks at his store, and you can tell he's kind of running out of blood vials. Listen, I have a proposition. You bring me 3 of those mutant blood vials, and I'll give you 1 blood vial for a charge of just simply 20 gold.
one regular blood vial, you mean?
Yes, 1 regular red blood vial.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Might I ask what are you planning to do with the mutant blood vials?
He pulls up a contract, and you recognize it the moment you see it. It's the same contract you have. He's pointing down at the bottom. 500 gold is about to be mine if I can find a way to make mutant blood sustainable. So every 3 mutant vial bloods you give me, that's 3 more experiments I can run.
Sounds like a noble cause, and I'd be glad to be a part of it.
Good.
So I hand him over my hand and shake his hand. I don't know, for a handshake.
He looks at your decorum and just notes, well, it's not exactly a deal bargain that we would normally do in a Razielum court, but I'll accept this. And he shakes your hand, kind of half-heartedly. Now,
Desperate times call for desperate measures, dear brother.
as you can tell, he is a Razielum. He's very charming in his
He
looks.
just mentioned it, yeah.
Hmm?
He just mentioned it, right? Yeah, I realized. So yeah, I understand they're very honorable.
Next to him is a blacksmith merchant, if you care to actually engage with him.
No, I think I'm good for the time being. So, well, I see. So I guess the only thing I have to do is to head south, right?
There's
Or
still areas you can explore. Um, the 2 guards at the bottom that you could talk to as well if you wished, because you seem like you want
yeah,
to talk to everybody.
that would be a good idea. So I'll get I'll get over there and ask them also some questions. Uh, where are the guards? Right?
These 2, they're
Oh
both
yeah.
Torellum warriors, as you can see.
So okay,
They
I'm going there.
stand way above you.
Yeah, I got as much. Um, so I head over there and ask them, greetings, brothers. I am Largon of the Zephonim. I'm here to solve your mutant problem, and if it's not a if it's not a bother, I would like to ask you a few questions about the recent events.
The guards keep a diligent and dutiful eye forward as they talk to you. They don't even break their glance away from the horizon. If you're seeking the mutants, they are in the tree line somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I got as much. No, actually, I would like to ask if you've noticed if there have been any feral human sightings in the area.
The guard on your left side points his axe into a diagonal direction. They've been seen to the southwest. East. No, that's west. Yeah.
Okay, so
This direction.
yeah, it's right. I got as much. No worries. South. So you say okay.
They've
So
tried
you
skulking around, but our duty always lets us see the enemy.
so they've been seen southwest, but south have also there have also been mutants seen. I wonder if the humans have anything to do with this particularly well organized and irregularly smart, unusually smart mutants. I wonder if they have something to do with it. Hmm.
The guards
Uh,
both clamber their axes to their shields.
hmm.
We are
Uh,
duty bound, not thinkers. We leave that to the Razielums and Zephydims.
well, that's why I'm here. Our strengths complement us, and such our great race can rule Nosgoth
They maintain silence.
for the Dark God himself. We're just instruments of his will, after all. Well, I see. And I also would like to ask. Okay, maybe I don't need to ask them out of character. Do I know where the Zephonim Harbor is?
World-wise, you're probably not going to visit it in this
No, it's
campaign, but more or less, it's more.
no. I'm just trying to gather information and try to piece, try to solve the mystery, kind of, or gather as much information I can before I head south.
Yeah, the Zephydim Harbor is more or less. Did I write down? I think I did.
Okay,
No, I did not. That's fine.
it's okay. It's not south then, I guess.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, and okay, there was a Zephonim and the Turalim Fort City. It is also not south, right?
Right.
Hmm. Okay. No, I was just trying to understand if there was anything in the vicinity to the location where the feral humans and um the Turalim were last seen. No, the Turalim. Sorry, the mutants were last seen. Okay, then in this case, I guess I'll head over to southwest and try to see if I can find the feral humans. I'll try to approach with caution, so as to not be detected, if
Cool.
I can.
Hold on, I'm scrolling down through the script.
I mean, I guess I thought I'd use some of my strengths as a Zeppelin.
Alrighty. Roll 2d6 for me.
Gladly. Yeah, not so great. Not
4.
great.
Okay. You don't really see anything, but all of a sudden, a glob of acid comes launching over the wall and hits one of the Torellum warriors. You couldn't really react in time as you didn't even think about it. And the Torellum warrior takes half of his HP as damage. He is now at 7 HP.
Okay.
Your city is under attack yet again.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I get ready for the battle then.
Hold on 1 second. So you're level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So that means that oh boy. Okay. I gotta increase the size of these boys. And then 15 HP. Alright, now let's reveal the area. Just ignore the wall. It's not like a object you have to like vault over or anything like that, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, no problem. No worries. Okay, so these are the guys. Okay, so there are these huge slug mutants now.
Yes. You have higher perception. Right. Let me double check. Okay. So yes, you do have higher perception by 1 point. Beautiful. So you get the initiative.
Okay, so I'll start by hitting one of the front row ones. I mean, doesn't make a difference to me. I guess, yeah, this guy, I guess, yeah. I'll try to hit him with a lightning strike then with my staff. I guess it is
Beautiful.
reloaded. Yes, 9.
All right, so you roll 9. Perfect. That's going to do. So we're looking at 3, which is 1, 4. Okay, so you do 5 damage to him.
Okay.
Hi, beautiful. You think it's Uriel? No, I know it's not Uriel because he can't push it. Says you do 5 damage to him. His armor sort of protects him by 1.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna sleep with him. Okay. That's fine. I'm just kind of adding HP bars so you can see them because I realize that if I don't do this, you won't see it. You see the HP bars, right?
Yep.
Good.
No,
All right.
no, actually, I don't. The HP bars from the slugs. No, I've actually from the mutants. I don't see it. But okay, it's no problem. Just yeah,
Okay.
now I see it. But it's fine. I don't need to see it. I mean, like you're the DM, so yeah,
That's
I just
fine.
need to know if it's blooded or not or that kind of stuff. Uh,
So as
yeah,
the battle
okay.
calls, I'm just gonna roll 1d6. Okay, cool. So you guys win. So the two Turam are gonna go first.
Okay.
All right, 4 and 5, beautiful. The one Terrellum warrior leaps over. The other Terrellum follows suit. So we're gonna do a 2d6, 7, beautiful. And obviously I didn't write these things down. That's awesome. That's nice on my part. So 12 armor. Let me just quickly write this down
Yeah. No worries.
so that way I don't have to keep looking. I'm just writing this down real quick so that way it's faster for me to keep doing these damage calculations.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Take your time.
All right, beautiful. And I realized I accidentally gave the guards minus 3x HP. Beautiful. Fix that. Because they're the same level as you. That actually means his HP is 9. Okay. So he attacks the beast, the foul mutant sludge, and cutting his axe deep into its thick, sluggish hide, you see him do 8 damage to the slug. Minus the
Okay.
chest armor means that he does 7. The other Terrellum goes next.
Okay.
I accidentally did 3, but that's fine. 7. Okay, 7. He does another whopping 8 damage. Minus 7. Boom. All right, now the mutant's turn. Let's see if they can even move. Wow. Okay.
How
So
about
they can
whether they
only
can move?
move. They can only move one tile each, and then this one can move 3 tiles. And what about this last one? Wow. 2 tiles. Amazing.
Not too bad.
You may have noticed that the numbers are different than the numbers I'm telling you. You have not perception checked them, so you don't know why that is.
Okay. It's not a problem.
The mutant tries to do a bow attack
Oh wait, I can do a perception check. You said?
when it's your turn, yes.
Okay, good. Okay then.
So we're doing 6 damage. -6, so the Terrell takes 1. Oof. Okay. Okay. Two of the mutants fail their arrow shots on one of the Terrellum warriors. Two of the mutants land their shots on the Terrellum warriors, but their armor is so thick, and Terrellums are just typically stocky and hardy that they resisted.
Yeah.
Your turn. Now remember, your staff is on cooldown.
Yeah, I remember. So I guess I'll try to use energy bolt on the mutant right in front of me. So this guy.
Okay.
So 10.
That is perfect. 10 is a crit.
Oh, it's a crit. So, okay, that's pretty good then.
So let's see. So your intelligence divided by 2, so your intelligence is 6, so that's going to be 3. Your magic is 3, so that's going to be 1. And then +1. So we're looking at 5 damage, but then +4. So that's going to result in 9 damage. And then you get a second free one on top of that.
That's pretty good. Second, what I could do get? Sorry, second.
Um, so what it happens is, if you read the vampire magic page, energy bolt, 2 runes. Whenever you crit success with it, you do +4 damage, and you cast a second free bolt for half of the damage. So
Oh, okay.
that basically means
Yeah.
you're shooting 2 shots for the price of 1, which is pretty nice.
Okay. So do I need to roll again? Then.
No, he does it automatically. So
Okay.
he's going to take. He took 9 damage, but his armor protects him for 1. And then the second bolt is going to come out and do 5 damage to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed. I didn't know that they added effects to it. That's nice.
It's really funny, yeah.
Just playing a bit with it.
Alright, so now the Terrellums go.
Okay. Let's just do it.
3.
Yeah, I get it. Is there a bolt-like thingy? What's that magic one do? Yeah, okay. I guess that's the closest thing.
Let's see here. 8 strength, that's +2. Okay, so 0. Let's see. +2 mod of 4 is a fail. Unfortunate. The slick hide of the beast and mucus easily glisten off of the steel axe as the Terrellum tries to smite the beast.
Mm.
Oof, that one goes through though. And that's going to be, thankfully I wrote this down, 8 damage. Yeah, this thing is dead.
Pretty well.
As the beast keels over, you see green blood oozing out of its fat gorg belly.
You expect that.
All right, it's the beast turn. All right, 2 movement, 3 movement, none. Okay. As they start to pull back a little bit, you see their mouths start to gurgle and spew. All of a sudden, something nasty attack happens.
Okay.
Hawk 2. A nasty, virulent spit of acid and decay launches out of the beast's mouth. It does easily 10 damage, and it ignores armor. The Torellum before you dies.
Okay, that's not nice. Okay. Perfect then.
The other 2 beasts shoot their arrows. That one missed. The other one tries his own acid, and he lands a success. So it does 10 damage, dropping him down. Beautiful. So the other Torellum is now half wounded as well.
Okay. Then I guess I.
Whoa,
Whoops,
whoa,
sorry.
whoa, whoa.
Sorry.
Gotta
I did by mistake.
roll 1d6 for movement.
I did by mistake. So I guess yeah, I rolled the 6 for movement. I guess I'll try to position myself a bit better, like here. And I'll try to aim the one in the front then, which is the most injured out of. I think the other ones we haven't touched the other two, right? Or
One of them was touched by the previous Torellum guard.
okay,
You
then I'll
regenerate
guess.
one rune. Did you want to perception check them to see why it is they're so slow,
Yeah,
or
yeah, right. I forgot that. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the perception check then. It's like a free action, right?
yeah, it's free. You do it before you do an action.
Yeah. So
Beautiful 9. Okay. As you look through the beasts, you see that they have an advanced mutation to their spit glands called virulent spit. You see that they don't
yeah,
have feet, that they have the slug traits, which means that they can travel
yeah.
with -1 movement, and they can also slide on the walls and ceilings if they so choose. And lastly, you see that they're really, really fat. They have the trait called large, so they take up more space, which is technically 2x2. So they get -2 of their movement rolls, and they get an extra endurance. Looking at them, you see that they're wearing iron chest piece and iron gauntlets, which has given them 2 armor. And they have an iron bow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Someone is arming these guys and probably training them, but I'm wondering if it has something to do with the humans. Um. Okay, so has my staff recharged now, or
It is, yes.
perfect? Then I'll hit this guy in the front with my lightning staff attack.
Okay. Roll 2d6.
Ah, crap. It's 5.
5. Yeah, you miss.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
The way I do it is that whenever you use a staff, if you fail, that means you just couldn't activate it. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's not on cooldown if you fail. Other GMs may be more hard and say, no, you used it,
Yeah.
therefore it's on cooldown. So I'm just
Most
letting you
GMs
know.
I've met, yeah, most GMs I've met so far, they were more forgiving.
Yeah. So it depends how GMs interpret the rules, and that's fine
But
by
I get
me.
it. I mean, that's I would do the same you did actually. I'm a forgiving GM.
It's not really forgiveness because like there's some things I'm very hard on, like movement and stuff like that. When someone like attacks and then they say, "Okay, now I can move," I say, "No, no, you cannot. That's actually not the way combat
Mm.
rolls."
Yeah, I get it. No, it's okay. It's part of the system.
Exactly. It's all about interpretation. That's why I leave the rules very open. So the Terrellum is going to charge. Wow, 6. Beautiful. And she barely passes. She cleaves into this beast hide, doing perfectly 7 damage to kill him.
That's nice. Which one is the guy we haven't touched now?
This one.
Okay,
This one's like
good.
almost half.
Yeah, I get it.
No movement. All right, 2 movement. Beautiful. You see him start sludging up of the hill.
Okay, so I guess he's gonna try to shoot us from up there then.
Both of them land their shots on the Terrellum, but her armor is so ridiculously high she only takes 1 damage from each of them, resulting in 2 damage. Alright, your turn.
Okay, then in this case,
Your runes regenerate.
I'm gonna shoot this guy. My lightning staff attack once more.
Wow.
In order to
6, that bear. No, I think that fails actually.
last. Yeah, because I thought I'd take him out
Yep.
first.
That barely
Yeah,
fails. You fail.
yeah, it's good.
The Terrellum goes. Let's see if she can do it. 4, beautiful. She charges at the beast and she swings her axe. She strikes with a 0 modifier and lands beautifully, dealing 7 damage to him.
Perfect.
Alright, it is the beast's turn.
Mm-hmm.
1 movement. The other one, what does he do? 2 movement. Beautiful. Now here's the question. How far is he? Okay. The beast is closer to you, so he's going to shoot at you. Wow, Jesus Christ. Alright. He shoots his bow at you. These creatures are level 2, just letting you know.
Okay.
So with an 11 on a 0 mod, yeah, that's not a crit. Okay. So you just take what was it again? 5 plus, okay. You take 6 damage, but your armor, let's look at your armor. So -1. So you take 5 damage. Do you want a perception roll to reduce it by another 1 point?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Is 5?
So with a +1 mod, no. So you just take 5 damage. Alrighty. And then the other Limonager, let's see if he gets off his spit. He does. He spits acid and kills the other guard.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's just you on your very lonesome against these fiends. Your turn.
Okay, in this case, I'll try desperately once more to hit this guy with my staff. So,
Beautiful. It lands. So looking at your damage, you're going to do 5 damage to him, -1, so he takes 4. And that is it for your turn.
Okay, and still standing, huh?
Yep, he has 7 HP.
Not great, but not too bad either.
Okay. What is their distance? Oh wow, they are both perfectly in range. Oh my god. So one of them fails, but the other one lands a hit on you. It's 5 damage again, unless you can perception to reduce it to possibly 4 damage.
Yep. Yep. Do I need to roll perception then?
Yes, 2d6. Yeah,
Yep. Then
beautiful
8.
8. So now you're at 6 HP.
Okay. I expected it would happen. 6 HP. Whoa, that's pretty. Okay.
The beasts are slower than you, and their range is only 5 with the bow, is what you uncovered. So there are ways for you to tactically manipulate this.
Yeah, in this case, I'll try to move a bit. Oh, I can move 6 then. So, what is my range with the energy bolt and?
So magic, I just keep it as a line of sight thing. I didn't write any particular space for them because if I
Okay.
did, then they would be open to getting assassinated, which would be like no fun for them.
I'm used to D&D and Cyberpunk, where it does play a role. Exactly, that's why I asked. But it's okay. It's perfect. It's better than. Um. So I guess I'll move a bit. I just want to keep both of them inside. I guess I'll move here.
That's a good call, I would say.
Yeah. Uh, and I'll try to hit this guy once more.
Well, there's other spells you could try casting. Because remember, you're
Yeah,
a Zephanim, you're probably better at mind magic than you are with other things.
yeah, that's true. That's why I need to check here. Mind, magic, dominate, read like a book. How many runes do I have right now?
You have
Sorry,
12.
because I
You're maxed
have
out.
12 right now.
Yeah. Every turn you regenerate 1 rune, and yeah, you've been doing really well. The most damaging spell you have is Shattered Mirror, which ignores armor and does 7 damage like you did to Vic.
Hmm. Then I guess I'll use the Shattered Mirror on the guy.
Alright, so you need a 5 to cast.
Mm. Then in this case,
So 2d6, beautiful. It only costs you
yeah.
4 runes. Casting Shattered Mirror. You can use your perception or intelligence, and then for skill you can use your cunning or magic. Cunning is higher, so I'll just take that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's 3 plus 3 plus 1 because you're still holding the staff. If you switch to your dagger, you wouldn't have gotten that plus 1 damage. So that's
Mm-hmm.
7 damage, which is exactly how much HP he's got. He is dead.
That's perfect.
All
Two
right.
guys down.
Enemy turn. He cannot move. Okay. And you're too far away for him to hit, so it's your turn. Since your turn, you regenerate plus 1 rune. There you go. Now you're at 9.
With the lightning staff, I do not. It's not as damaging as the Shattered Mind thingy, huh?
Yeah.
Shattered Mirror thingy.
Yep.
Hmm. And my other question would be, when do the runes regenerate?
At the beginning of every turn, you regenerate 1 rune.
Okay.
There's no
And
determinants for
out of encounter?
what?
After the end of the encounter?
At the end of the encounter, I just regenerate you to full. There's no actual rule for that. So
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
yeah,
Okay, then I guess I'll use. I have 6 runes left, so or 7,
9.
9.
Yes,
Okay, because I thought I
because
used.
Shattered Mirror is 6 runes. So
Okay.
that's the thing, is that you're a Zephonim. Zephonims reduce the cost by 2 for mind spells.
Ooh, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, right, right.
So read like a book is free. You don't spend any runes for that. But then Shattered Mirror is 4 runes, not 6. So you actually drop to 8 instead of 6. And then at the beginning of your turn, you regenerate 1 rune. So now you're at 9 runes. Mathematically, it's very simple. It's just that
Yeah,
learning the flow of combat is different.
yeah, right. I forgot that the Zephonim have reduced cost for that things, for mind magic stuff. Uh, Good. Then in this case, I will hit the guy with the shattered mirror as well.
All right, roll 5 or greater to cast. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god, I
pretty
think
good actually. It was. Is it a? It's not a crit, right?
no, it's not. Barely. If it was a
Yeah.
12, it would have
Yeah.
been. So yeah, you do 7 damage. He has 4 HP left. All right,
Yeah,
now I'm gonna
perfect.
subtract 4 runes. Now you're at 5 runes. So now let's roll for movement for the enemy. 6.
Hmm.
He can move 3 tiles. Beautiful. The beast tries to slither to you.
Mm.
Oh wow, you're barely in range. And he misses. He misses his arrow shot. It's the beginning of your turn. You regenerate 1 rune. That leaves you at 6 runes.
Okay.
What do you do?
So, oh, okay, yeah. I forgot I was the only one left. So yeah. Well, I'll attack the guy again. I guess with a lightning staff attack.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh my god. So that goes through. It's not a crit. Almost. Damn, dude. A lot of almost crits. And he dies. 2, 4, 6, 8. So you get
Perfect.
8
Okay.
XP. That puts you there. End of combat. So I'm just going to replenish your stuff to full. There's a bunch of bodies on the ground. You can decide how to loot them if you wish, or decide to leave their bodies as they are. Um,
Uh,
you can
I
also
think
collect blood and stuff like that.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna collect the mutant's blood so I can give it to the apothecary guy. So I'll gather the blood for the guy from the mutants.
So you have to roll intelligence check 4
Yep,
times if you're harvesting all 4 of them.
yep. I'll do it right away. Once,
Success, success,
twice,
fail,
fail.
fail. Okay.
So I'll get the.
So you get 2.
Okay, very nice. Can I investigate the bodies of the mutants? I just want to see. Okay, I mean they have iron gauntlets and
You can
uh,
roll perception, yes.
breastplates, right?
They have iron gauntlets and iron chest piece.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna roll perception.
As you look over the mutants, you see that some of them do boast battle scars, but judging from the
Oh,
difference between the Torellum battle scars and the scars that you're looking at, you can tell that whoever struck this beast was far inferior to any vampire. Looking through their bodies as well, you notice that you can easily take off their armor chest piece and wear it yourself.
so
And
so
they
I
have
guess
iron bows.
they have iron bows.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I can see if I can. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I should pick them up and see if I can sell them or so. But to whom am I gonna sell that stuff? I mean, there's no one else.
Well, there's the merchants behind you. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, you're right. Um,
Did you
so
want to investigate the Terrellum Guard bodies, or are you gonna siphon their blood? Or are you gonna just drink them cold and raw?
uh, if I siphon it, can I store it like in a vial or so?
Well, you can also
Or
revive them
oh,
too, but it's up to you.
I can do what? Sorry.
You can revive them as well if you wish.
Oh yeah, then I'm gonna revive them
So,
gladly, but I have to use my blood.
so there's a few ways you can go about reviving. One of them is sacrificing 1 HP and revive them with 1 HP. The other way is to give them blood vials. You have mutant blood that would probably poison them more than anything. And
Yeah, I don't want
then,
to. I don't want to risk turning them into mutants as well. I don't know what's gonna go. What's gonna happen to.
and then lastly, you have that very, very expensive blood vial that you have yourself.
Yeah, that's not a great idea. Uh, I think in this case I'll just. How much money do I have left?
You have
95.
95. Easily, you could probably
Oh,
make that money by selling the goodies you picked up off the mutants.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll give. Yeah. In this case, then I'll give them 1 HP. Both with. I'm gonna give them a bit of my blood.
Alright, so it reduces your HP. Both guards revive. As they come back up to life, they go, "Thank you, great warrior." Each of them gives you 15 gold each. So you get 30 gold now.
That's perfect. Uh,
So now your
okay. In
total
this
gold is
case,
125. As you do that, you get increased reputation with the farm and also increased reputation with the Torellum.
should I write down somewhere, or I mean, I wrote down that I have a sponsor, but should I write somewhere the reputation thingy?
You could if you want. For me, I just consider it kind of more narrative. It
Okay.
could possibly be something that you decide to bring up if your character survives to go into other campaigns. Like maybe
Oh,
there's a
okay.
campaign where there's a Terrell and you could say, "Hey, I helped these guys at the Plura Farms," and they may say, "Oh, I heard something about that," or maybe they haven't heard about it because that was only a one-time thing. You know, who knows? It depends what happens with this character. But I'm just gonna make a small note myself.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's great. I think that's best idea. Okay.
As I said, who knows? But maybe it will come up narration-wise later.
Yeah, it's okay. Then if you're gonna keep a note, I think that's enough.
I'm
That's stuff.
mostly keeping track because of the classes. Because
Yeah.
some classes have requirements, and one of the classes is Sentinel. Sentinel requires you to revive a vampire 4 times. You just revive 2 of them, so now you have half the requirements.
No, perfect. um. Well, I'm gonna go back to the apothecary guy
Are you
to
gonna
sell
pick
him
up?
the.
Are you gonna pick up all the iron gauntlets, iron chest, and iron bows from these guys?
Yep, I'm gonna do that. And sorry. I'm gonna sell it to the merchant then. To that's next to the apothecary guy.
Okay. As you approach, this guy seems rather cordial. He looks
Mm-hmm.
up to you. His face is a beautiful pale, and he actually looks a lot like his buddy next to him. He holds out his hand and says, "Welcome, I'm Blacksmith Etronich." And as you look at him, you realize he's not actually a Razielum. He's a Rahabim.
Problem. So okay.
Who knows? Maybe he put some points into charisma. Who knows?
Wait. Haben. Which ones were they? The Isn't that the amphibious ones? The
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
but they're not mutated yet. So, okay, yeah.
As you look over his wares, you kind of notice he has a lot of steel items. And then there seems to be some magical essence coming from his hand. And as you look around, you see a bunch of brooches that you can kind of put on yourself, like little earrings or rings that you can buy. He looks at these and he tells you, "Come now, yes, buy these. These here will save your very soul."
Um, may I ask how?
He holds up a brooch, and then you see his hand glow with a magical aura. As he does this, you see that he can pick up any weapon, and every weapon that he picks up also glows a magical aura. "I'm a reaver boy. Everywhere I go, I sell these brooches. These brooches will save your soul. Trust me."
And how much for one of those?
25 gold each.
25 gold each. I would like to sell you these sets of armors and the bows and iron gauntlets.
Looking
Are you
over the
interested?
4 chests, the 4 gauntlets, and the 4 bows, he'll buy them from you. The 4 bows, he'll pay you 5 gold each, which would be 4 times 5, that's 20 gold there.
Mhm.
So now you're at 145. The 4 chest pieces and the 4 gauntlets, though, he's only willing to pay you 2 gold per piece. So that's going to be 16 gold total from that.
So for all those stuff, just gave me 16 gold.
For the chest piece and the gauntlets, he was paying you 2 gold per piece.
Okay.
So 8 times 2, yeah, it's 16 for all the armor. But the bows, he paid you 5 gold each. So
Now, if I may ask, given that you're a blacksmith, is there any information we can glean from these pieces of armor that I sold you as to where they possibly came from? I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not a blacksmith myself, but perhaps you could provide me with some information on who made them. Are they
looking
vampire made? Are they vampire made? Are they human made?
looking it over, you see him crossing his hand of magic all over the pieces. He goes, well, these bows are made very well, very, very well. I'd say they're made of really good wood. Probably somewhere around here, mixed with some really crude iron. Very effective, I'd say. But the armor, I mean, it's iron, not much you can do with it, unlike steel. And he keeps pointing at his steel weapons and armor. But, I mean, it gets together. I mean, it literally looks like someone took 2 slabs of rock and just mashed them together. Whoever made this was probably more of a beast than anything else.
Hmm. It must have been either human made or mutant made, provided these mindless beasts possess intelligence enough to craft such things.
Well, the Lamonagers usually do wear armor, but I wouldn't really say much about that. It's the bows I'm more concerned with.
What about the bows?
The bows is unique. I've never seen Lamonagers make those. Chess pieces, I've seen them waddle around with these every now and then on my travels, but never something like this.
I've seen puny creatures able to make these bows, and these are humans. I wonder if those possibly feral humans have something to do with those bows. Hmm.
Human bows? He starts fishing around through his luggage and he pulls out an iron bow. "This here was made by a human camp about 20 years ago." He puts it down. You can see almost the light and day. You can see a lot of impurities inside the mutant bow. A lot of almost orangish, rust like colors throughout it. Whereas the human bow, yeah, it's aging, but it's spots of rust from just age. not actual impurities in the making.
So it could be that the mutants themselves are making the bows. Possibly they're becoming intelligent. Which doesn't look good. It's rather concerning news.
Yeah, but in the end, they're none but just a bunch of dumb slugs. The Lemonagers live all around the world, but I'll tell you what, have all the mutants, be glad it's not one of the more dangerous fiends you'll run into.
Are you talking about some a particular kind of mutant?
Well, the Lemonagers are fat slug like things, but there is one sort of human hybrid animal of some kind that I've faced before. It's called a Krallis. A Krallis is real nasty. If you ever find one, it's best to be gone or to try to trap it somehow.
Hmm. Thanks for the advice. I'll keep it in mind. Okay, so I got 16 gold total from him, right? And
Right now, your gold total is 161.
161. I think I'll buy myself one of those brooches you sell.
All right. You buy a brooch.
So right now,
Upon wearing the brooch ring, it doesn't seem to change anything. You don't feel any different.
okay.
So minus 25, that leaves you with 136 gold.
Well, how does the brooch work? I ask him.
He looks at you and he shows his hand again. It glows with magic. I'm a reaver, boy. I told you, it saves your spirit.
Okay, so I guess it was just cosmetic.
He just shakes his head. No, no, no. You see those two guards there I saw you saving? Well, when one of us die, I'm assuming you haven't had the misfortune yet, but I've had quite a bit of exploration. When you die, you go to the spectral realm. And in there, we're not the top dogs, you dig? We're actually one of the lower bottoms that they like to feast upon. Humans being the lowest still. But someone like me, a reaver or a summoner, we're usually classes of people who are proficient in dealing with undead entities. If you ever get any soul gnawing, you come over to me and I'll fix you right quick. But a brooch, what I gave you there, it just repels the beast. The moment you go into them underworlds, you activate that, the item will disintegrate, but it will disintegrate the beast before your eyes.
Perfect. That's good to know. Hope I won't have to find out. But
If you get any blue blood, you come send it to me right quick. All right, I'll give you 50 gold per vial.
I'll keep it in mind. Sounds like a good deal. Thank you. So I guess I'll go to the apothecary in order to sell him the mutant blood.
He looks at you with the mutant blood and he goes, "Ah, yes. Do you have 3?"
I have 2, unfortunately, but
Hmm. He looks over his stuff. Just be back when you have 3. It'll be an easier transaction for you and me.
very well then. I'll do that.
He looks at your wounds and such. Did you revive those
Yeah.
guards over there?
Uh, yes, I did.
Ah, okay. I'll charge you 10 gold then, instead of 15.
I see. It's okay. I think you're in need of the money, so giving the current shortages we have, so here's 15.
You're at 121 gold, and now you're fully revitalized.
Hmm. After all, we have to. After all, I think it's better that no. I just want to say, um, yeah, I think we're gonna need all the help we can get. We should support each other in the face of the current crisis.
So with that, I think this is a good spot to end our session.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Great. Actually, it's pretty interesting. I mean, like, looking forward to the next time so we can see what's up with the mutants and the humans and if they're related.
So one of the big things is that gameplay wise, you just experience what it's like to be desperate with money and to be desperate for blood. Not completely desperate, but
Yeah,
desperate enough.
yeah, I get what you mean.
And you've also
But
experienced what it's like to kill a bunch of people and then realize you can't drink their damn blood because it's dangerous.
yeah, I get as much. I thought about it.
This campaign, I think, is considered more like a medium difficulty, just judging by how difficult it can get. If Fuddy was here, I would have just had you guys both fight off those 4 mutants, but because it's just you and this campaign's kind of designed for 2 to 4 players, I just said, whatever, let's just have the guards in there.
Yeah, it made sense. I got as much. Yeah, I thought so.
But some of the big things that you're going to start seeing, though, in the harder campaigns and the much more difficult campaigns that are not one shots, you're going to be experiencing this where like 100 golds is considered like a godsend. That's a godly amount. But then as time goes on, you're going to be starting to go, okay, I have like all
Yeah.
this amazing skill, I have all this stats, I'm really cool, but I have almost fucking no blood to my name, so I'm about to die from like the smallest issue.
Hmm.
Because like earlier, just walking around with like 4 HP, it's like, yeah, that could get very scary.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's fun. It's pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty excited. Looking forward to the continuation of the campaign.
Yeah, as I said, this is a one shot, so this could take 1 to 4 sessions. It's not very long.
No, it's cool. It's pretty decent adventure then with 2 to 4 sessions.
And then after this, we'll do another
Pretty decent
campaign.
duration of campaign. I meant of adventure. Yeah.
Um, and after this campaign, Contagion Unleashed, I'll leave it to either you or Fuddy whether or not you guys want to try the human campaigns I've designed. But the human campaigns are much harder, like way harder. Even their tutorial is really hard.
Hmm. Yeah, no. I just think I have to look into the humans codex and stuff in this case. But yeah, sure, why not? I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool because right now I think the vampires are the best in order to learn the game, and then yeah, we can see if we can move to the human campaigns.
That was that was definitely my design choice. Yeah, vampires are not like the I want to say like quote unquote easiest, but they're actually the most versatile. So by being versatile, they're very easy to pick up because you can do what you're doing right now, which is you're teetering between being a warrior and being a mage at the same time. If you play as a
Yeah,
Hilden, you can't do that. If you play as a human, you might be able to do that, but it's very, very risky.
I haven't read the Hilden at all. What is the difference with the Hilden? I mean, they can do only one thing, like one class. They're limited to that, or
So when you choose your clan origin, there's no real restrictions for vampires. There's no real restrictions for humans. It's like,
hmm.
okay, I'm a human, I choose this, and I decide to go mage with it. It's going to be extremely hard because human magic requires such a high skill level with magic before you can even cast the most basic spell, but I can do it. Same with vampire. Vampire is like, well, I may not meet the requirements, but I can still cast magic.
Yeah.
Hilden have it where their bodies are so heavily mutated that only some clans can cast magic, and all the other clans who can't have to somehow mutate their body to gain that trait.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is like there's one Hilden clan called the Mad Ones. The Mad Ones,
Yeah,
they're
I read this much.
yeah,
But I mean,
they can't
you get
use
over it.
weapons. They have just blades for arms. So they can't use staffs, they can't use bows, they can't use swords.
It sucks for them, I guess.
Yeah. And they can do other things, but that's only if they mutate. And then you
Mm.
have something like the uh the planers where they have planar sight, which means they have a third eye in their head, on their forehead. That third eye allows them to cast demonmancy, which means that they can summon demons. They can also explore other realms. So they can say, oh, one of my players is dead. I'm going to spend 20 runes to cast a spell to try to reach into the spirit realm or in the demon realm and pull his ass into reality. You could do that, but you can only
No,
do
yeah.
demonmancy, and that's it. You can't do all the other magic. And then lastly, there's the ones with the fiery miasma around their heads. Those ones, the damned, they can cast magic, but they can't cast demonmancy. That's not allowed for them.
Yeah, so I guess it's a bit harder to play as Hilden.
Yeah, and then there's the engineers, which are able to craft gadgets. So humans have war paint or war tattoos, and that's a feral human thing where feral humans can augment themselves. Like they could paint a bear symbol on their chest, and then every time they activate their tattoo, it gives them like +3 strength or whatever. They could do that. Vampires, we have the Melkahim who do body modifications. So you can just slap off someone's arm and just put it on yourself. Now you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
three
yeah.
arms.
About that crafting thing. Yeah, I read
Yeah.
about it.
Hilden have
Yeah,
gadgets. So Hilden, you're going to be more technological. So you may have a sword that actually, when you activate it, it folds outward. So now you have a 4-tile range with a sword instead of a 2-tile range.
huh.
Or you could do something like put a mechanical arm on your shoulder. So now you have a third arm, like the vampires could, but it's mechanical.
Yeah. No, really cool actually. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, to exploring the other aspects of the game, and definitely why not humans? I mean, I guess that's only the next step.
The only difference with humans is that they don't get an advanced class. And that's intentional. That's because they're not supposed to.
Well, but I mean, it's like, I mean, in this era of decay, it's like basically that the whole civilization has crumbled. I mean, now they're a slave race. So yeah,
Yeah, and
they either
that's the goal is
they're
that
either yeah, I mean, they're either feral, living in a barbarian lifestyle, they need tribal, or they are enslaved in those farms. So I guess yeah, or they're simply serving vampires. So I guess that makes sense.
so that's one of the so that's one of the nice things with the Hilden though is that because they have such restrictions, it makes them very interesting. And they also have extra techniques and abilities that are very unique to just them.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool as well. Although a bit hard to play, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we had Fuddy playing as a Hilden and he died twice. So that was fun. So we had to create 2 whole new characters. 3 actually, but because with the Hilden you're kind of antagonizing each other as much as you're antagonizing the enemy. And
yeah, that's a
Hilden
good.
have arguably like the best stats and the best classes, the best gear, the best everything. Like the maximum armor Hilden can have is 27. The maximum armor a vampire can have is like 17 or something like that. 18.
Yeah, they're
And
more technologically advanced then.
yeah, and they have way stronger magic, like way stronger. Like a Hilden could look at you and cast a spell that actually decreases your stats. And remember what I said earlier, if your stat is at 0, you're dead. It doesn't matter what it is. If your charisma is 0, you're dead. Your face like melted off because your body decayed so much. If your strength is 0, you don't even have the strength to breathe. You don't even have the strength to pump blood in your fucking heart, so you're just dead. So Hilden have spells that specifically target your stats, and they could just drain you away. So if you're one of those min maxers who's like, oh, I'll decrease my endurance and then put it all into strength and just one shot somebody, yeah, Hilden will take one look at you and just kill you in one spell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's one reason to deter people from trying to do like min maxing or some sort of meta, because Hilden could just counter that shit. Hilden also are very singular, so that's kind of one of the difficulties of their magic, is that it's very specific. It's only against you, it's not against a group of people. Vampire and human magics, they can target like a group of people. Like the one vampire spell called Blast, you send it out and you kill like 5 people in one spell. Humans have fire tornadoes that they can summon, which could kill like 6 people. Hilden do not have any spells that can hit multiple people. It's all single target.
Yeah, I guess there need to keep. Yeah, I guess there needs to be a balance between the races as well.
So a vampire will just say, "Oh, fuck that." A human will say, "Fuck these," and a Hilden will
Yeah.
just say, "Fuck only this thing in particular." And that's pretty much the way their magic works. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. It was a good time.
Yeah, for me as well. Thank you very much. In any case, yeah. So, yeah. I guess till next time.
Yeah, next Tuesday or the Tuesday after, whatever your schedule is.
Yeah, I need to check my schedule right now. It's a bit because of the yeah, the night shifts and afternoon shifts and everything. It changes a bit. I'll check and I'll let you know.
Cool, not a problem.
Great. Then have a nice night.